this video, I'll explain how to create a new site in Adobe Dreamweaver CC 2015. Now, Dreamweaver isn't just a powerful web design application, it's also a powerful website management application. And under the Files tab, you'll see here Manage Sites, or if you click on the drop-down, you'll see it there as well. So you can choose either that link or this. I'll go ahead and click here. And notice that we don't currently have any sites created. Now, at this point, we could import a site. We'd have to have an STE file, a site definition file. We don't have one yet, but let's go ahead and cancel and click to create a new site. Now, at this point, we have to give it a name. So I'll call this Dialonics. And then choose our local site folder. So I'll click here to select the folder. I want my websites and the Dialonics folder. Now I've already got all the files created, so I'll just go ahead and click select folder and then save. Now once that site's been created, now I can go ahead and just click done. And notice how this has changed. The Files tab has changed, and here we have Site, Dialonics, and then all the component files that are in my local folder. Now we also see some new icons being added here, such as Connect to Remote Server, Refresh, because keep in mind that oftentimes you'll have your website files on a remote folder, especially if you want to use things like PHP or other server-side languages. You can have a web server installed locally as well, and you can do it that way, but it's helpful to have sandbox sites or testing sites set up. You can get files from the remote server, put files to the remote server, and so on. And if I click down here, you can see that Dialonics has been added to the drop-down list. So as you add new sites, you're going to see that new site being added here. So for example, let's just create a dummy site here. I'll create a new site. I'll call this My Site. Choose this folder right here, which has got a couple of files in it. Select folder and save, and done. And now we see My Site, and it's been added to this list. So the list of the sites that you manage will be added as you create them in Dreamweaver. We have local view, and then we have remote server, testing server, and repository view. So you can actually switch between the various items depending on what you've got set up. And if you need to, let's go back to Manage Sites. Click on Dialonics. Here what I can do is I can edit the currently selected site. And notice that we have here the site option. This is the very first thing that we saw when I created the site. And I just clicked save and we went back to the Files tab. But you have the option here of clicking and adding servers. So you can actually add servers to your site. For example, I'll click add new server, and here we would create the various settings for the server and how we would connect things like FTP, SFTP, and so on. And then you